Okay, we've done a typical crunch, just kneeling on the floor with your resistance in opposition to the movement. We're going to mix it up a little bit and add in a little more balance challenge with the Bosu Ball. Again, you've got your resistance in opposition to the movement, preferably point of origin directly behind you in midline of the body. We're going to make this work. It is an advanced move, so make sure that you've got things down pat, basic crunch, and even just doing this kneeling on the floor. We're going to a prone position. Anchor those knees in the center. Now when you first do this, I want you to leave your toes anchored to the floor as well, because when we take those out of the equation, you're just going to have to control that shaking and balance and with that core strength even more. Again, practice this first without a weighted opposition behind you, just mainly flexion and extension, and then you can add in the weight. Try it with toes anchored, and again, we're going down with active range of motion. At this point, we're going to try to leave our arms in line with our head and come up. Now our goal is to work midline of the body, not back here. We're not working back flexion and extension, so we want to focus on the core front of the abdominals and crunch. Now if I take my toes out of that equation, I'm going to start shaking even more, and I got to hold. And then starting point, take it nice and slow, because you're going to have resistance on this eccentrically and concentrically on the way down, on the way back up. Again, start with your toes anchored if you need to. If you got control of that balance and that weight, you own your weight, come on down with your toes in the air. It's not going to take away from your work if you start with your toes anchored towards the floor. You can always take those out as you do your abdominal crunch. So you've got two resistance factors added into that equation now, besides a simple flexion and extension of the core. You've got your resistance in your balance challenge.